Good morning, students. I hope you all are doing good and health wise well by staying at home. Today, we will see how to create a simple online form using HTML coding. Students, in first chapter of computer, we are learning online form preparation using Composer. But it is also important to know how to create a form in HTML coding. This will clear our idea about various controls and their attributes. Now to start with HTML coding, we need any simple text editor. In Windows we are using Notepad. Same way in Linux we can use gedit text editor. So let's start. First of all we will start with Notepad. Here we can see the Notepad screen. And here we can start with the HTML coding. As we are familiar with the basic structure of HTML that we have learned in 10th standard, we will start with the coding, that is HTML, then head, then title. Here I will put the title registration form, and we will close the title. Then head, body. For body we can give background color by BGCOLOR, and the color, suppose I have taken yellow. Text, suppose I want to put text into blue color. Okay, so this is the basic structure we can start with. Now to save our time, I have already prepared some of the coding. I'll put it in our page and explain it line by line. So to start with the form, we need to type a form tag. So here we are using form. The major attribute, the important attribute of the form tag is name. So here I am giving a name, simple name I am giving, name FRM. Then comes next attribute comes, that is action. Now what is the use of name, what is action, that we will see later on, but currently I am writing submit.html, and method is equal to post. Okay, so let us see first name, form name. I have written form name, that is name of the form, that is by the identifier we can identify our form controls. This form name FRM is also used to integrate all the controls which are created within the form. This form tag is also known as a form container. Next comes action. Action attribute defines name of the program or name of the server database where our data of the form will be submitted. Means whenever you are entering the data into the form and pressing the submit button, where our data will be sent. So here I have simply given a name submit.html. I have given the name of the page where I will be switched by clicking on the submit button. Next is a method. So method attribute defines how our data will be sent to the server, or anywhere we want to send our data, how it will be sent. Basically there are two methods, get and post. Okay, get method will send the data in a random manner, that is attaching with the URL of the web page, and post method sends the data, each individual data, as an HTTP block. Okay, we will discuss about it in a theory part. So currently we are concentrating over the form controls. Fine. Okay, so this is my form container starting. Now to align all the attributes and labels, all the controls and labels of the form, I need to create a table structure, right? So I have already created a table. You can see over here, before the table structure I have given the heading as registration form. So I am simply copying from here and pasting here. This is the heading of our form, registration form. See, whatever I have written in title, that will be displayed in a title bar here, and whatever I have written in H1, that will be displayed in a heading of the content. I will show you in the web page. Okay, then we start with the table structure. So in a table structure I have taken certain properties like border 0, cell padding 5, cell spacing 5, width of the table is 85% of window, background color aqua, align center. I am pasting over here. Border means when our page will be displayed on the browser, what will be the border size. So here I simply want to align the attributes. I don't want to show the table structure, so I have taken the border 0. Cell padding defines the space within the cell, means inner border of the table structure, inner border of the cell, and the text. The space between the text and the inner border of the cell is cell padding. Same way, cell spacing means the space between two cells of the table. Okay. Width defines the total area covered by the table structure in entire window. Background color, you know, that is BG color. And align center means the entire table will be aligned within the window. Okay, then we start with TR. TR means table row. There TD, for first table row I have to assign certain width to the columns. So here the first row we can see TD width 35%, means first column will be of 35% area and next row will be 65%. Okay, so here I have taken this and pasting over here. Now this thing, you know, TD, name of the student, it is just a label. Then TD width 65%, that is also no. Now next is the next important tag is input tag. In previous video I have explained different types of input controls. So here I have used input type is equal to text. The size of the text box is 50. This will define the appearing size of the table. Max length 30. Max length means the total characters that can be accepted by the text box. Okay, so here size 50 is just the appeared size of the box, whereas max length is total number of character that can be accepted by the text box. Okay, name, to identify the name, that is a F name. For my control it is first name, so I have given the name F name. See, whatever the name we are giving to the control or to the form or any other attributes, the name should be simple, short and understandable. We cannot give like ABC 1 2 3 or anything. By F name I can understand that this is the first name. Here again the form name I have given FRM so that I can understand it is a form. Okay, next move to the next row. Next row is a middle name, all things are same, and third is a surname. So I am selecting both these controls and putting over here. Okay, let's see output of this. before completing the form, let us see this much output. So here in the end I have given table, form, body and HTML close. Copying it and pasting over here. File, first of all file, we have to save the file. How to save? Here I have to give the proper name, so I am giving here form and the compulsory extension .htm or .html and save. I have given here the name form, so I have to search this one. Okay, so you can see name of the student, control, middle name, control, surname, control. Okay, these all three are text box. Now next move to the next type of control. Okay, here we have created a gender, that is male or female. So for that we have created radio buttons. Now what is radio button? Radio buttons are the special type of buttons which are always given in a group. So here I have two elements in a single group, that is gender. Okay, so how we will create? Type radio name, that is group name. Now here the most important thing is whenever whatever the set we are providing under one label, the group name of all the controls must be same. So here I have given male and female. For both the name attribute will be same, gender. Input type is radio. Now value will be changed. For first male I have given value male. Here this male is just a caption. This control will create a circular inset and this caption will be provided just beside that circular inset to identify that this circular inset is for selecting male attribute. Same way this control or this tag will create a circular inset for selecting female, and this is just a caption. Okay, so we will select this, copy and paste. Right, so I have created one control radio button for selecting male or female. Now next is checkbox. See, radio button and checkbox both are the group elements. Group element means they always come in a group, that is two or more elements will be there, right? And all the group elements will acquire same name. So here for hobbies I have created a checkbox with the name HB. For all the controls I have created group name HB, only values are changing, and for each controls we are providing various captions. Right, now see what is the difference between radio buttons and checkbox. Radio button is a circular inset, whereas checkbox is a square box which can be tick marked. Now the technical difference between the radio button and checkbox is, from the radio button we can select only one option at a time. Means if we are selecting any other option, the previously selected option will be deselected, whereas in checkbox we can select multiple options. See here in a male female, if I am selecting male, female will be deselected, and at the same time if I am selecting female, the selected male option will be automatically deselected. But in the hobbies, if I am selecting singing, singing will be tick marked. If I am selecting dancing, dancing also will be tick marked. Reading will also be tick marked. Playing will also be tick marked if I am ticking over the square box. This is the technical difference between radio button and checkbox. In a radio button we can select only one option at a time, irrespective how many options you have provided. If we are having 3, 4, 5, 6, how many options we are having, but from the group I can select only one option from radio button. But in a checkbox we can select multiple options. So here I am selecting the next row, copy and pasting over here. Okay, so this is checkbox. Next is address box. Address box is also known as comment box. It is used to create a text box with unlimited number of data entry. Text area is used to create a box where we can enter unlimited number of text, right? So the tag used to create a text box is text area. Calls defines total number of characters in a single row, and rows defines how many row a box will acquire. So here rows, that means 4 rows, means a 4 rows area will be acquired by the box, and horizontally 40 characters can be acquired by the box. Copy and paste over it. Next is the selection list. For city we are creating a selection list. Now how to create a selection list? So for that we are using a select tag. Select the major attribute name, and here I have given city. Okay, for the city selection list we can provide options. So here I am selecting option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4. After completing all the options I have to close the select tag. See, select control is a group of two types of tags, select and option. In a select we can start with the selection list, and in an option we are providing different options within that selection list. Okay, so here I am selecting this, copying and pasting into my coding. Now suppose I want to make this option default selected. There I can give an empty attribute selected. Okay, same way, suppose any option I want to make it selected in a checkbox, then here I have to write checked. In a selection list I have to write selected, whereas in radio button or in a checkbox I have to write checked. So suppose for selecting male I am selecting over here checked. File, save. Now you can see F5. You can see male option is already default selected. If I am selecting female, male will be automatically deselected. Same way in a hobbies, reading is default selected. I can select multiple option also. Address, 40 characters box is created and 4 lines. Okay, for city list you can see here Ahmedabad, Baroda, Rajkot and Surat. Baroda I have made default selected, so we can see Baroda option over here. Okay, so let's move. Now to create an upload box, we can create input type is equal to file, name, photo. Select, copy, paste. Okay, it is simply used to create a file upload box. We can select any kind of file like photos, then audio file, any text file, any zip file, any kind of file we can attach. Save, and we can see the result. See here, upload your photo, and browse button will be there. By clicking on the browse button, I can open my own computer from where I can select the image. Okay, then next comes reset and submit button. Now see, before creating a reset and submit button, I have created one TR with blank TD. Okay, this is just to have a blank row between all the controls and reset and submit button, just to provide a gap, right? So I am selecting this and putting over here. Next, reset and submit button. In my previous video, we have already seen that reset and submit are the two special buttons for which we do not require any kind of coding. How it will work? We have to simply type input type is equal to reset, name is equal to reset, input type is equal to submit, name is equal to submit, and form will be created. Now here the most important thing is name attribute must be specified. If you do not specify name, instead of this submit in a capital letter, submit query will be displayed, right? So lastly, I am selecting this, copying this and pasting over here. This is how we have completed our form coding. Save. Refresh. You can see here reset. By reset button, automatically default selected option will be there. Suppose I am writing my name over here. Okay, then selecting option, I can give my address, my city, my photo, all these things. If I have written anything wrong or I want to clear all the data, I can press reset button. You can see all the data will be cleared. Okay, so this is how we have completed our. Now most important thing, see here I have given action URL submit.html. I have created action URL submit.html. You can see my form is created over here, and I have already created one submit page over here. Now submit page contain nothing, it is simply having a text, your form has been submitted successfully. Suppose I make it another name. Suppose I am changing it as a XYZ and just opening it and submit query. I cannot see the page submit.html. Why? Because by pressing submit button, it will look for submit.html page, but it is not available currently, right? So again I am changing it to submit.html. Submit.html. Oh, the extension is already default selected, so you can see here. Fine. Okay, so this is how we have created an online form using HTML coding. Okay, so student, you will try it in your computer, and most importantly, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.